speaking of nerves as it pertains to the Olympic trials, but not to the race itself, there's so much uncertainty. All these meets, there's different protocols, there's testing procedures. We've seen athletes not be able to race due to contact tracing. What I don't want to say nervous, but what are you concerned about, or what more information do you need to have about that would, I don't know, just help your preparation in terms of how the trials will be conducted, or how do you know the trials will be conducted? Because there hasn't been, frankly, a lot of information about how that meet is gonna work with so many athletes.
Yeah, I mean, we have been through so much, like it seemingly broken promises, right? Where and it's I don't mean that on like any sort of malicious way, but people say, hey, this is how something's going to be, and whether it's in your personal life or in your work life or in your sporting
Mhm.
life, I mean, no one can make any promises. And so you feel like if you attach yourself to any sense of security, you're likely to also then feel betrayed. So it's been a year of that, and that's been really tough. But as we work towards the trials, I think I stole this from, I think I heard this from somebody in the military, but very early in the pandemic, somebody, like I said, this isn't an original idea, but I heard it from somebody else that I'm not, don't make a plan, just be prepared for anything. And so that's kind of been my mantra is like, I don't have a plan for exactly what the future holds, but I'm going to try to be prepared for anything. And that's really helped. It's helped when we've had facilities shut down, when I've had training partners that unfortunately, got sick, or you have the Olympic Training Center. Like the Olympic Training Center shut down in Colorado Springs for a while, and so the place that you
Mhm.
kind of rely on for medical contacts and stuff like that. So even when the people and the things that you thought were as rock solid as they could possibly be are now kind of on shaky ground or were, yeah, I've just kind of adopted this mantra of I have no plan, but I'm prepared for anything.
Mhm. Yeah, with so much uncertainty, what else can you do? Have you heard anything about how trials will be structured? Again, we've seen how other sports are doing it, but you know how unwieldy track and field is. There's so many people involved in it, so many officials, so many days, so many disciplines.
And there's so many competing interests because
Mhm.
in some sports, a lot of team sports, you have multiple teams that to varying degrees have a lot of overlapping desires and interests and can kind of work towards, and
Mhm.
maybe I'm speaking a little bit out of turn, but from the outside, that's what it seems like. In track and field, you have throwers, you have sprinters, you have coaches, you have agents, you have distance runners, you have all kinds of different people from all over the country with all kinds of ideas about how this will run the most smoothly, and having all of those collide. I can only imagine logistically what that's like, and I'm glad that I'm an athlete, not an administrator through a lot of this. But I laugh a little bit when you ask me, "Have I heard anything?" Because anyone that knows me knows that I'm the last to hear anything. So anything I know has been like out and announced in public knowledge for a week before I realize what's going on. So even
Okay.
though I'm the elite athlete that's been to so many of the championships, I might conjure up in my imagination what I think could play out, but officially announcements, I'll hear it about a week late.
Keeping your head down. That's good. Staying
Yeah,
focused.
yeah,
Got the bunker mentality. Well, this has been
that's right.
great, Jenny. Thank you so much. Again, the Flow film is on YouTube right now for you to watch. Jenny Simpson Transcend is the name. Two parts, but people can check it out. Best of luck at your first race at the end of the month, Jenny, and in your pursuit for another Olympic team. We appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.